want to predict stock prices. So how can you predict stock prices? Now, let's say if you are aware of the trading of the stocks, let's say there is something known as opening price. There is something known as closing price. There is something known as volume traded. Okay, using these things, you are going to predict the price of stocks. Now, how are you going to predict is you are going to store this data in form of a matrix. Okay, you are going to store the data in form of a matrix. Now, each and every data, for example, last 3 days data of a stock, let's say the stock is TCS. Okay, let's say the stock of TCS for the last 3 days of these specific features were stored. Okay, last 3 days features were stored. Now, how you will be storing this data? So what are the features? Let's say, oh, this is opening price, and this is closing price, and this is volume traded. Okay, opening price, closing price, and volume traded. Let's say opening price is 100, closing price is 110, and volume traded is, let's say, 1000 quantities. Let's say these are some of the rows of past 3 days. Okay, let's say give some random values here. Okay, now this is how the data gets stored here. What we are doing here, using NumPy to find the daily average of a stock price. We can use NumPy to find the daily average of a stock price. What is the daily average? Okay, what is the daily average? Now, how can you represent this thing? You can represent this thing simply in NumPy.array. NumPy.array actually tries to store the data. Now, what is the data that we are dealing with? We are dealing with two-dimensional data because it is a rows and these are columns. This is nothing but two-dimensional data, which can be represented using two indices. Now, how we are storing it? We are representing it a list inside another list. Okay, how many lists are there? 1, 2, 3. So 2 and 3. Each and everything will be represented here. Okay, 100, 110, and 1000 are nothing but the prices here. I mean the for each and every day. This is day 1, this is day 2, and this is day 3. Okay, day 2 we need to store 105, 120, 1500. Day 3 we need to store 102, 115, 200. Okay, this is how we are going to take average. Now, how can you take average? In NumPy, there is something known as, we'll understand these functionalities or what are the functions of NumPy to calculate average and all later. But mean is nothing but where you can try to find out the average of the data. So you can try to check the average of data using this mean simply. Okay. Now, this is how NumPy wheel is used to make your life easy while trying to do some complex operations on the specific problems you are working with.